continuing with our end of season review at the Old Volunteer in Caythorpe. We've talked a lot about last season, so we're going to look ahead now at what next season brings, because it's definitely not all negative. So we're just going to talk and get thoughts on entering the National League. So first of all, who wants to kick it off?
I'll kick it off. Ignore the league. I'm looking forward to youth coming through.
That's good.
Ooh, you're thinking that's going to happen.
Why not?
I'll be disappointed.
Pierce Bird.
I agree with that.
Hang on.
Sam
Yeah,
Osborne.
but Pierce Bird is a player for me. Even if we stayed up, should be in the starting 11.
I don't know if he's in the pushing for a
No,
League One team.
he's starting 11.
There's absolutely no reason why he shouldn't
No
be.
doubt in my mind that he should be starting 11.
He's big enough, he's tough enough, he's good.
Yeah.
He doesn't look out of place at all. Never once did he look out of place.
He
Give
could,
Osborne a go.
he could play League One. I'm not. Yeah,
The
he
beauty
could.
of-
He could. Give him
He
a
went
season.
on loan
it'd
at
be
the
great.
start of the season though, didn't he? Or mid-season? Went on loan. Didn't play very much at a low league.
No, but
Grantham, I think that might have been Osborne.
It goes back to the thing of
yeah. So.
But yes, positive about the youth coming through. Get a nice few new grounds we can go to.
Yeah, with a youth mixture.
Yeah.
Overall way.
Mixture.
Yeah. The
It's
league
something
on
new. We've never seen it before. It's something new to look forward to.
I think in hindsight, maybe stepping down, you think, oh yeah, we can pull a few youth players through, but there's players in the National League that have been there for a few years.
They know it.
Bigger
They're
and
tough
tougher.
players.
just the National League as a whole should not be underestimated.
Exactly,
It's not
exactly.
going to be fun.
There's a stat, isn't there?
Chesterfield.
No, the 64.
So out of the last, don't quote me directly on this, but out of the last 64 League Two teams to be relegated, this is roughly, I think it's 6 have gone back up first time. I've asked you.
Go look at the positives. At least 6 have gone up.
Is
Yeah.
it to follow
6
the-
have be done good, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
you see,
but if you look
everyone
at that in
keeps
terms of
saying,
percentages and stuff, though, that's
Oh, it's terrible.
I
That's
think
terrible.
Cheltenham, the most recent one, Cheltenham.
Maybe. Yeah.
everyone keeps saying how tough it is, but there was someone else who was it on a tweet somewhere, and it was someone from the National League fan said, look, it isn't actually, everyone keeps saying how tough it is, but it isn't actually as bad as people think. If you get the right players in.
Yeah.
If you respect it.
Yeah, if you respect it, and you've also got to remember, you think about, and everyone, think about the ground, and I genuinely think that the fans will turn up still. I still think we'll be getting crowds bigger than most League Two sides.
Yeah.
Home and away, they'll turn up, and all right, yeah. I think someone said we've got to be prepared that fans will come to you, teams will come to your ground, park the bus. Okay, they might do, but they also might freeze. It might just be a little bit. They might just get a little bit scared. They might be.
But do you worry that there was a thing this season with teams going to Tottenham, and because they're going to play at Tottenham at Wembley, they turn up. It's their big game. Do you feel that's the same with Notts?
Possibly, but then you've got to
you're-
be good enough.
You're a target
True, yeah.
team.
You've got to be good enough, and that's where your signings come in.
Not so definitely
The team to beat next
the
year.
prize next year. You're going to enjoy playing at Notts County.
Or-
Yeah.
But up there with possibly Luton, probably the biggest team to play in non-league, especially in
Imagine
the
so.
revamped national/conference.
You think they'll still take hundreds. In fact, they probably won't at some grounds be able to get enough tickets to take all the away fans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's not being big-headed. That is just simple fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
It's small grounds.
Yeah. So, there's trepidation, but I think to myself, well, hang on a second. It depends who you sign, obviously. But
It could be a very fun season, couldn't it?
it could be a superb season.
There's reasons to be positive.
This could be exactly what we need. We look at recent teams. Tranmere tonight are in the playoffs. There's Luton as well.
Tranmere have won tonight.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams that bounce back and they don't just go back into League Two. They then spring into League One and Luton are
Yeah,
up to
there's
Championship.
also so someone produced something about the teams to have gone down from League Two. Not saying it's happened to Notts, but I think it's 3% are now challenging for Championship, which would have been Luton.
Yeah.
7% in League One, 10% aren't clubs anymore, and something like 43% are lower than National League. Now I don't think that'll happen to
You
Notts.
go back to
So,
the sort of entitlement you have where they've got a big following, like you were saying, like Neil was saying. So they're in terms of that league, there'd be a big club to go into that league. So you'd like to think that we could just not bounce back, but maybe 2 seasons, build, get stronger, come back stronger.
You got to think about the teams that have gone down though. Right? Have they gone down because they've just had a poor squad like we have, or it just hasn't worked like we have, or have they gone down because they are actually probably the smaller team in League Two and they don't have the budget? You look at some teams, they just have their wage just properly stripped back, and they're really struggling to stay in League Two. So, although there's this stat of how many teams struggle to come back,
finance is a big part of it.
They don't have the resources that Notts do, and unless Notts do end up having an ownership which isn't league sort of wealth, I'd be very, very surprised if they fall into the abyss or they go down into York.
I think you look at look at Leyton Orient. It's taken them 2 years, and I think they had to get over that year of awful ownership and turmoil.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's still players at Orient that went down that have brought them back up.
Some great players at there.
Jody McAnuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's reasons to be gloomy, but there's also massive reasons to be positive, and some of that could be that we've had a almost like a sanity check. That it's like, okay, we've come down, right? That's it. Let's be a little bit more sensible about how we. I don't want to jump onto other topics, but sensible about how we approach the future.
I think one thing that worries me is the sort of system to get promoted. So one automatic.
Yeah.
Second and third place straight into the semi-finals, and then the 4 teams below that then go into quarter-finals just to get to the actual playoffs. Yeah. And I'm sure
that's why it's difficult.
Isn't it one leg?
Yes, just the team that played highest as home.
And that is why it's difficult to get out.
Yeah.
Not the automatic bit isn't, but those playoff places.
And the problem is with the conference or the National League as it is now, there's always one team that are throwing everything. So you look at Salford this year, Rooney's on about four, don't quote me, about $4,000 a week or something, which is more than all but probably 1 or 2 of Notts teams. Orient have got money, Fylde have got money, Eastleigh have got money.
Yeah.
There are teams with money.
Yeah. Do you worry about Salford? Do you want them to go up, or do you think? Because I think that's strong competition.
I'd rather them go up. Yeah, you don't want them to compete with next season. They've got more. I don't know about more resources, but they've probably got more money than us.
They've got Peter Lim. He's
certainly got more experience. Well, definitely got more experience in the league than us. They wouldn't. Don't want to face them next season.
No.
Get them gone.
Plus Fylde's a nice
go into League
weekend.
2. Don't worry about them.
Good point.
Yeah.
I mean, I come in the page that don't fear anyone.
No. I think
personally.
Chesterfield.
Did we lose them in the FA Cup?
Yeah, we did.
Don't remind me. How was that?
That's the game. Was it De Silva?
De Silva.
Yeah,
De Silva got finished.
Left back.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Had a bit of a tetchy with the cup of tea or something.
Julian Jenner.
Yeah, that was an all round. That was an all round day.
Yeah. I think it's very good for Notts that Leyton Orient have gone up.
Yes.
And I think
Get rid of the bigger teams.
Top it off.
Don't want them.
I'd like Salford up.
We can look forward to seeing Liam Noble.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm sure he'll enjoy it.
Realistically, though, it just feels like it has to be. It's got to be a better season than this season. Like, surely we can't go.
If it isn't, then my word.
You can't go down again. That shouldn't even be contemplated.
May as well just call it a day.
But Chesterfield fans would have been in this position, and didn't they go 15 without a win? 15 games without a win.
They just drew them all, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Chesterfield had their best players pinched by us.
Yeah.
But
thanks.
Exactly.
Nothing bad.
Are we going to lose our best players?
Well,
Denison Hemmings. That's
depends who you think the best players are.
Thank you. You won.
With Notts, I think we may lose our best players or the most attractive players for the teams. But then I think of all the non-league teams, Notts will then have the better pick of players. If a couple of teams.
I think if you were a National League standard player looking to go to a team out of contract, you'd go, Notts. If they want you, you'd go there. Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, you're not taking him personally.
You look at it and go, "Wow, I could play at that stadium every week." Yeah.
Has there been another plus 20,000 seater in there?
Surely not.
What was the what was the crowd last season? Did we reach 19,000, 18,000 one game?
Definitely a few big ones.
One of the, like the crew games
Yeah.
where it was cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely
Imagine that in
at least
National League.
50.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's why going back to what I said before. You know, they're coming in with we're coming in with the crowd, and you know, playing in front of
The facilities are great.
8,000-9,000 whatever is
Yeah.
different to playing in front of 1,000.
Mm. Yeah.
But who knows?
So hopefully, better season.
Yeah, it will
It's
be.
got, that's the thing. It's got to be a fairly flawless season. You know, you're saying about the way you get promoted, and if you want to
It's
get
gotta be a tough
automatic,
season,
it's got
yeah.
to be flawless.
There needs to be a
If you
strong
want to
start.
apply. Yeah, it's got to be.
It's got to be a
You
strong
can't
start.
really have much of a lull, because if you do, you're out of the automatic straight away.
It's relentless as
Yeah.
well. You've
Oh,
got
it is.
the league, the FA Cup, the FA Trophy,
Yep.
the
Yeah.
FA Vars.
Not the Vars.
Not the
Vars
Vars.
is lower.
Vars lower than that.
Possible trip to Wembley with the trophy.
That'd be great.
That'd be fun.
Thinking ahead.
Yeah.
That's very too early.
Way too early.
Told
Too
you,
optimistic.
I'm the eternal
Optimistic.
eternal
You're like
optimist.
the counterbalance, the yin to the yang.
Yeah.
No, we'll go on to talk about the squad and what we need to do to it in a second.